All right, this is Norman Alderman here. We're doing a video for the commentator. We had a really excellent response from Shawn's last interview, and we think it might help if you learn a little bit more about Shawn. Of course, you probably heard in that first interview, if you've watched it, that he's a local boy. I believe you said the one that raised you was Joel Scott?
Joel Nellie Scott. Hillsborough.
About everybody I know of likes him. Last time I saw him, we picked him up along the road. He's out there ginsenging or something on Kennison Mountain.
Oh, and he ginsenged right up till he was 98 years old.
We thought a lot of him. He was a nice guy. So you grew up right around at the foot of the Kennison Mountain, right?
Yes, sir. Right in Hillsborough area my whole life.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we don't need to necessarily add the things. This will be right below on the website. We'll have the first interview on the website, and then we'll put the brethren right below it. But were there some things you wanted to add?
Yes, sir. One thing is that we've opened up a website, and we'll have a link off the commentator to be able to get to that.
Right.
When elected, I want to run a very transparent department. I want people to have direct contact with me. It won't be an aide, or it won't be somebody answering things for me. It'll be the opportunity to talk directly to me.
In words, you won't have a closed door like it is now.
Correct. I mean, and what gives an open door policy if you kind of portray yourself as someone who don't want to talk to people?
I know. And a lot of those things really show.
But I want people to know about this website. I want them to know that it will be running the entire time I'm in office.
Okay.
That people will be able to contact me, any kind of information they need to be able to get to me. Then they'll be able to do it completely anonymously or tell me who they are. And like I said, there won't be any repercussions for this. They won't have to have faith in telling somebody to tell me. They won't have to come to the courthouse. They'll be able to get in direct contact with me.
In other words, you don't have a hit. You won't make a hit list.
No, sir. No, sir. I want people.
That's why a lot of people are afraid to. That's why we allow it to be anonymous. We just don't want to. We don't want anybody taking the hit. We had I had a friend the other day who was afraid that if his name got out, that it would end up with. It'd be repercussions. And so the investigator called me and he said, well, Norman, would you act as a go-between? I said, yeah. So we're working to set up an interview with the investigators. This web business goes two ways. You know, it can be a benefit, but on the same hand, it also can help the police as well. And of course, I'm sure as a candidate for the sheriff's office, you'll probably find advantage of it too. So I want to say we're going to put the link will be on the Pocahontas Commentator, and we'll have it right there where it can be seen. There'll probably be a sheriff's badge or something there.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. It'll have some of the personal information about me, and once again, I want people to definitely understand that will be up and running the entire time I'm in office. It'll be a direct line of communication to me, the sheriff.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got that taken care of. That was one of the things we wanted to talk about. You probably have some feelings or opinions about this masked man situation. What do you know about that?
Yeah, I've heard a lot more people talking about some of the officers wearing masks and their bulletproof vests on the outside of their uniforms, and I don't really exactly know what effect that's supposed to have on people, because I mean, this is Pocahontas County. It's an independent. I mean, we're mountaineers. We're going to respond better to a smile and a handshake than we are, a stick and a mask. When I come back, when I talk about my transparent government, you need to be able to see the officers. There shouldn't be no need for masks. When someone comes up to your car, if it's late at night, stuff like that, of course, what kind of response is going to get in you if they walk up wearing a mask? This is not the kind of situation the police department is supposed to be portraying itself as. I want to promise to demilitarize this police department.
That's a good way. No, that's a good phrase, Shawn. I like that.
We need to. It's serve the people and protect the Constitution of America.
In other words, probably you'll be putting that armored personnel carrier that they had one time up for sale.
Yeah, I don't think we have a need for armored personnel carrier.
Maybe no bazookas or
no. No, sir.
Any heavy stuff. There's not that.
Plain clothes and polite police officers.
Good thing.
That's what I want people to have.
Sounds like you got this pretty well thought out.
Well, I've lived here all my life, and I certainly wouldn't like being pulled over. I wouldn't like anybody seeing it. People are naturally, instinctively going to get scared when they're approached with something that looks aggressive.
They're scared of God. I hate to say that, but that's the truth.
You shouldn't be scared of that. We are public servants. We work for you. We're your employees. Yeah, demilitarize the police department.
Well, that's a good thought. I like that. That's a nice little sound bite. That should take you a long ways, because I think a lot of people are kind of sick of this business of playing cop around here, you know. Well, you know, as I think about that, one of the most important questions I think people have is about this business of background checks. Now, of course, you've had to have a thorough background check, yes, and you wouldn't be in the Department of Corrections if it weren't for that. They'd get rid of you, wouldn't they?
Correct. And what's the point of doing a background check if you don't necessarily pay attention to what it tells you?
And we've had at least one officer in this county who didn't pass that background test. Now, we hear that he's gone. I got to check that out. He should never have been hired. They knew at the very time. I talked to Dottie Kellison, who's on the Civil Service Board. Well, he had some problems in Kentucky. Well, he really had problems. He was stealing radios.
Yeah, well, I've had a lot of young people. When I say young, I'm talking 21 to 30 years old, approach me and tell me they would love to be deputies. They would love to get involved in law enforcement. I mean, not like, once again, not with the current situation, but they would, once I'm elected, they would love to be part of the police department here in the community. And they don't want to go nowhere. They don't want to have to go job hunting or leave or anything like that. Or they want to stay right here, and they want to be part of a good, clean, functioning system. And I don't really think we're too far away from being able to restore that. I'm confident that the right attitude in the courthouse and everything will start functioning just the way it should again.
Well, I think it can. I really do. I'm optimistic that it can. Sometimes things go differently, though, than we think. Well, if you could do that and do the background checks, and perhaps the Civil Service Board could actually become a functioning Civil Service Board when they do background checks and they check, and promotions. Mm-hmm. See, one of the problems we had was the fact that one of the officers, Lieutenant Totten, was promoted. Mm-hmm. Now, I haven't heard anybody talk about the fact that the civil service is involved in promotions. What was with the civil service? Well, these were supposed to be community people. They knew what Totten's reputation, and I don't understand what they were thinking, Shawn, about that. So you would utilize your Civil Service Board? I would
utilize the entire system exactly the way it's supposed to function. And once again, that would be my whole point in what I call a transparent department. If anything was doing incorrect or anybody had made a mistake, I would love for somebody to say, hey, this is the way this is supposed to be done. And he would immediately go that route. I don't want anything to be shady or hidden, or we tried to cut a corner here or anything like that. I want everybody to see exactly what we're doing, and if someone sees something somebody else doesn't, please point it out. I ask for your help, please.
And we certainly consider ourselves a watchdog. I can assure you, Shawn, that when you get elected, that we'll be there to help you.
And the person should have no concerns of somebody being there and watching.
Right.
And so it's a public courthouse. I mean, there's public information there. It's for the public.
Well, let's see. Anything else you wanted to present?
No, I was just really wanting to tell everybody, oh yeah, we got the radio interview. I believe this is coming up Saturday. That'll be on the local radio station. Have everybody tune into that. I'm looking really forward to that. I believe early voting started here.
It's today, I think.
Okay. Just really like to ask everybody to get out there and vote. Now's our opportunity to grab the steering wheel here. We're not that far away from fixing this. I feel very confident that I can do it. I feel confident I have a lot of people that want to help me, and a lot of people here in the community that's very interested in fixing this. And it's, now's the time to act. Just if you don't come out before then, please come out May 8th. It's time to show ourselves.
Yeah, let me put a little word in. That's when we're having our house cleaning.
Yes.
We're going to clean the courthouse on May 8th. All the cleaning supplies are available at the ballot box.
Yeah. I want to work for you. I do.
Thank you.
I want to make Pocahontas County better and give it a police force that is proud of. I really do.
That's exciting.